Hi everyone, this is question number 10 from chapter 9. In this question, we have a company called Lafourche Parish in Louisiana that produces crawfish. And the company got three farms. The first one produces 25,000 pounds of crawfish at a total cost of 32,000. The second farm produces 55,000 pounds at a total cost of $50,050. The third farm, on the other hand, produces 70,000 pounds of crawfish at a total cost of 93. These data suggest that there are significant economies of scale in crawfish production. To see whether we have economies of scale or not, remember that the long run average total cost is U-shaped. This is the long run average total cost. And it encompasses an envelope that includes all the short run average total cost, right? So this can be the short run average total cost for firm 1. This is the short run average total cost for firm 2, and this is for firm 3, firm 4, 5, and so on and so forth. And notice that take any average short run average total cost, right? Any point on it, always the long run average total cost is below it or equal to it. It's equal to it at this point, but on all other points, it's below it, right? Take this one, you see that the average total cost, the long run average total cost is below the short run, but it's equal to it at this point. And this is true for any size of the firm. Yeah. So economies of scale occurs when the long run average total cost decreases as we expand the size of the plant or the firm. So over here we have, on this section, we have economies of scale because average total cost decreases as we expand the size of the plant and the quantity produced. And eventually we have diseconomies of scale on this section as we increase the plant size. Now, to see whether we have economies of scale or not, we need to calculate the average total cost, the long run average total cost for at different levels of production. So the first firm produces 25 at a total cost of $32,000. So to find out the average total cost, we divide 32,000 by 25,000 units. If you click on this tool right here, it will help you or guide you through solving this problem by first giving you the definitions of the economies of scale, this economies of scale, and then it will guide you through to calculate the average total cost for this level of production. So we're going to do the same thing for the second firm and the third firm. So I did this already on this Excel sheet. So this is just verify the numbers. We have the same numbers in here. So first firm produces 25 at total cost of 32. The second firm produces 55 at total cost of 50. The third firm in our example, so we might have different examples, produces 70,000 at a total cost of minus 3. Okay, so on this column in here, I calculated the long run average total cost by dividing total cost by quantity for firm 1, firm 2, firm 3. So I divided 32,000 by 25,000 and got 1.28. I divided this number by 55,000, I got 0.91, and I divided 93 by 70,000 and it got 1.32. Can round this to 1.33. So transfer the numbers in here. So it's 1.28 for the first scale production of firm. It's 0.91 for the second. And it's 1.33. Okay, now, you got the answer from here. Therefore, the long run average cost production eventually increases with output, and the statement is disagreed. So let's see why. So notice that average total cost initially was 1.28. It decreased to reach a minimum somewhere, and then eventually it increased. So we don't have economies of scale in this example because, with third firm, the total cost, average total cost increases. You look at the figures in here, right? If you graph them, you get the U shape. So reach the minimum, maybe between firm 1 and 2, we have some economies of scale, but for the 3 firms, no. The long run average total cost increases, and therefore we move to the diseconomies of scale section of the long run average total cost. So it's not A because we are talking about the average total cost, not the total cost. So we know we don't have economies of scale, so we have to look for disagree. Let's check B, disagree, because the long run average cost production always increase. Not always. We have this section where long run average total cost decreases, so it's not B. Disagree because the long run average cost production eventually increases with the output. Yes, the first decreased, then eventually it increased. So this is the right answer.